What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Spencer, back again with another step-by-step combo tutorial. If you're new to this, basically I take a combo from whatever deck I find on the internet, and I just slow down the combo way too much, because I think in Yu-Gi-Oh! A lot of players take for granted how complicated this card game is. And it's good to actually read the cards and understand what they do. Maybe you want to play them, maybe you want to understand, how to play against them a little bit better. And I've been wanting to do this for a really long time. That's Ad Ignister, and I think this is the perfect time, because now that Heat Soul's out, the deck is just like objectively way better. So we'll go ahead and get started here. This is a combo. Like, no one owns this combo because Ad Ignister is like a very like it does what it does, right? It summons out a rival Ad Ignister. If you guys don't know what that card does, basically it's just a big body. It's unaffected. It's literally Cliffort Towers. Like, that's what it's there for. It's a Link 6. It was like the last boss monster in like Vrains. It was literally like one of the last episodes, if not the last episode. But yeah, it's just unaffected by card effects. And it just, like, once per turn, not quick effect, but it destroys another monster on the field. And then it gives you a token, which is what it is. So we'll go ahead and take a look. So this is like a 3-card combo, kind of. Like, this could literally just be any of your, like, monsters. I don't even think you end up using Danmari. Like, you literally don't in this combo. It's just discard fodder. This could be Upstart Goblin, theoretically. So it's just, like, one of your, like, Ad Ignister monsters plus, when I first met you as full combo, like, with Heat Soul. We'll see how that's possible. So we're going to start with when AI first met you, which I think it just means like I first met you. Reveal one Cyberus monster at 2300 attack in your hand or extra deck and add one Ad Ignister monster with the same attribute from your deck to your hand. And then during the end phase of this turn, take 2300 damage if you did not special summon the revealed monster or a monster with the same name after you've resolved this effect, which isn't really that important. Actually, I think in this combo you do, so it doesn't really matter. But you can reveal Heat Soul, which is kind of cool because I think it's a Decode Talker Heat Soul is, and AI. Like, if you watch the anime, obviously the Ad Ignister deck is different than like the main characters, but it works for both of them because they made it 2300 attack. But in any case, you can add a Chi-Chi. Is that what it is? A Chi-Chi Ad Ignister. But when it's normal summon, you can add a level 4 or lower Ad Ignister monster from your deck to your hand, except a copy of itself. That's pretty much all you need to know for now. So you can go ahead and normal summon that effect. So we get to add an Ad Ignister monster. We can add a Doyon. Pretty neat. And now we can change that into Dark Infant Ad Ignister. This lets you add the field spell, Ignister AI land from your deck to your hand. And the other effects like just aren't as important, especially not for this combo. So that lets you add the cool field spell, which is a whole lot. Like, like when I first, like before I made this video, it just, in my mind, it just did everything. It does do a lot, and we'll go over it. But Signet Mining, pretty good card. I think it was limited for a while, actually. I don't remember, but you get to send a card from your hand to the graveyard, add a level 4 lower Cyberus monster from your deck to your hand. Like, you don't even use this Danmari, so don't worry about what you pitch. It's not important for the combo. And if you had Doyon, or if you had the like Picari, it wouldn't matter anyways. Like, it could literally be any of them because, okay, Ignister AI land. If you control no monsters in your main monster zone, you can special summon one level 4 or lower Ad Ignister monster from your hand, but for the rest of this turn, you cannot special summon monsters with the same original attribute by the effect of Ignister AI land. So you just get to special summon all of them once, basically. That's kind of where it comes. As long as you don't have that main monster zone filled, which is a very easy thing to fulfill because you're link summoning, right? That's kind of the idea. And you can't summon monsters except Cyberus, which is fine because at least it gives you the win condition. It doesn't lock in Ad Ignisters. It gives you the win condition for Update Jammer and Access Code Talker, which is always mega super game. And yeah, so that's what we're going to end up doing. So Ignister AI land can go ahead and special summon the Picari because we haven't even used the effect yet. So now we have a light. So we get the free light summon. And we summon out Picari. This lets you add an AI spell and trap from your hand. So this is a quick play Monster Reborn for an Ad Ignister monster. Again, it locks into Cyrus, which is fine. Like, again, well, you've already locked yourself anyways. We can use the effect again, so we can summon a Dark because we haven't done that yet with the field spell. And it's going to trigger a couple things. So we went into Cyberus Wicked. So this link summon card cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. Neat, I guess. Cyberus monsters as card points you cannot be destroyed by card effects. Also pretty neat, but not really necessary. If a monster is special summoned to a zone this card points to while you control this monster, you can banish one Cyberse monster from your graveyard, add one Cyberse tuner from your deck to your hand. Cool thing is, one of the Adignister monsters is a tuner. That will also trigger Doyon. So if this card is normal or special summon, you can target one Adignister monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand. Also, if this card is sent to the graveyard as material for a link summon of a Cyberse monster, you can target one AI spell and trap in your graveyard, add it to your hand, which we will also end up doing, which lets you add back the fire. Fire has not been special summoned, right? We normal summoned that earlier in the churn. And this is the tuner, so this is Bururu Adignister. This is the level 3 tuner, which does come up. So we can go ahead and change those two being, the Wicked and the Doyon, into a Transcode Talker. Most of you probably know what this card does, but basically you get to target a Link 3 or lower Cyberse monster in your graveyard, except Transcode Talker, special summon it to a zone this card points to. Most of the time, like what you'll know this from is you'll link summon using Update Jammer with this, and then you can bring back Update Jammer, using Transcode effect to go into Access Code Talker. So it's a 5,000 attack to attack body with multiple targets for banishing. This is a Earth, that's a Dark. I'm not saying that you're going to do it now. Of course, you're not going to go into Access Code Talker at this point, but yeah, just for future reference there. Okay. Now we can trigger, Ignister AI land again because we don't control any monster in the main monster zone. We normal summon this earlier. Transcode Talker can bring back Wicked. And now we can go into the boy, I guess. So that was a 3. That was a Link 2, and that makes 6 with that one extra one. So 3,000 attack body that's unaffected. We can use the effect once again to bring out Bururu because we haven't special summoned a win from hand. Now we can use the AI Reborn to bring back the Doyon. Change those two into Wind Pegasus Adignister. That's going to trigger the Bururu. So if this card was used for a Sinker material, you can target a monster, special summon it. Geez, sorry. I think it's going to bring that back. And then you can change those two into Splash Mage. So why go into this in the first place, right? Well, it's just a disruption. If you ever play Dogmatica, then you know. If any card you control is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can banish this card, then target a card your opponent controls, shuffle it into the deck. Unironically, a great form of interruption. And that's going to bring back, the Doyon, or Doyon's effect when it's sent to the graveyard as material, excuse me. I talked about that a little bit earlier. Lets you add back a spell and trap, so we could add Reborn back for free. Splash Mage, so this card lets you target a Cyberse monster in your graveyard, special summon in defense position, but its effects are negated, so you can't bring back links, of course. But that doesn't matter. We can bring back Bururu. Doesn't matter that its effects are negated because you just want to go into Heat Soul. So this is a Link 3, Splash Mage plus Bururu is 3. Heat Soul, this lets you quick effect draw a card. So you pay 1,000 life points, draw one, and it's a quick effect, so you can do it during your opponent's turn. So you get to add one, and I'm just going to put these as blanks because I don't want these to be like extenders for you to do crazy other stuff, which you'll probably never, ever be able to do. But, and then during your opponent's turn, of course, and you probably want to activate it during either the standby phase or the draw phase to play around Triple Tactics talent. If you don't have any hand traps in your hand, but you get to draw another card, and that's what it is. So I probably wouldn't play Imperm in this deck. Probably a bad idea. Better to play Effect Veiler. That way, if you draw it, you can use it. But yeah, it's pretty simple, but not knowing what those cards do, I feel like I just understand it a lot more. Maybe it's worth, imperming or effect valuing the Link 1, because if they don't have access to their field spell, they can't play. Plain and simple. Cosmic Cyclone probably destroys this deck a little bit too. It just all depends on the hand. But if they have multiples of the field spell and only one of the monsters, they probably can't go off. Although, I don't know, this thing does snowball pretty well. But that's Adignister. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Other than that, that's going to do it for today's video, and I'll see you guys next time.